Yeah, man, let's go for the raid!
Brandon Tan. It's a well-known name in the Pokemon GO community. He's the #1 ranked player in the world with over 300 million XP. That's the equivalent of reaching level 40 15 times over, a feat most players haven't even accomplished once. With such a seemingly unobtainable XP total, rumors and gossip circulate around the internet as players try to comprehend how it's even possible. Well, I decided to go to Singapore to find out exactly how Brandon Tan became the world's top Pokemon GO player. "7 a.m., December 18th. We convened at the MRT station, the standard meeting spot for raid days.
Good morning!
Hello, sir.
Yo, good morning. We're good to start, man.
Okay.
I didn't expect you to join so early, man.
I have to
What's
get the full experience.
Hey.
He had already planned out the seating arrangements and pickup schedule for the team the night before. Groudon was fresh, and Brandon was targeting 50 raids for the day.
So the game plan now is to get the one at Jalan Ismail. The second one is Ubi Avenue 4. Then the third one is Ubi Road 4. The fourth one will be Eunos, the CC there. Fifth one will be Kun Seng Road. 6 will be Mel's Place. 7 will be Chinese Swimming Club. 8 will be towards Geylang. There's another one there. So I'm asking her to not meet us there.
Wow.
I have to look at the map, memorize it, look at the time,
Yeah.
and calculate from there in accordance to my driving speed, traffic condition, and also the other cars one also.
And you do that all just in your head?
Yep.
He has an incredible sense of time and direction. Just a couple minutes looking over the city's raid map, and he'll plot a route for maximum efficiency. Every move is calculated far in advance. His planning is so precise that it's not uncommon to reach a raid with less than a minute left on the timer.
Don't think we can make it for Geylang one already. That's why. That's why I wanted to come here and rush for this first.
I'm sorry.
2 minute shot. Yes, DT quick. Very good, very good. Oh my god, please. Come on. Come on. Oh no. If this guy doesn't turn into Lorong 8, it should be fine. Please do not turn into Lorong 8. Please do not turn into Lorong 8. Okay, good. You're not turning into... No. No. No, motorbike. Motorbike, go. Motorbike, go.
Yeah.
Good, thank you. Okay, 10 seconds left.
10
Let's go.
seconds. 10 seconds.
Alright. 119.
Yeah. And it's not just the rating formula that he's optimized. Let's not forget, they were only introduced 6 months ago. One night during my trip, Brandon shared some of his notes with me. Each one was full of measurements. Pokemon caught per hour, Pokestops spun, XP gained, length of loop, all calculated and recorded for each of the different grinding routes in the city.
So the thing about this route is, you could catch roughly around 160 to 180 Pokemons per hour using just pure Poke Plus, and you could spin around 250 to 280 Pokestops per hour. Of course, we have to maintain the speed at roughly 35 to 40 kilometers per hour to actually spin the stops. And
Brandon Tan's method is all about efficiency. Instead of moving at a casual pace, hitting 1 raid per hour over a span of 5 hours,
I rather do like 5 raids in an hour, and then I can sleep for 4 hours.
and with 12 full hours of raiding ahead of us, 5 per hour would be more than enough to hit our target. 5 per hour, though, to a casual player seems like a tall task. 2 minutes waiting in the lobby, 2 to battle, a few more to catch, and sometimes the next raid could be 15 minutes away. That's where Tap and Go comes in.
Alright, in. Let's
In.
go.
Hey, do you coin a term for this style of raiding? Is there a term for like how do you guys rush raids?
Tap and go.
Tap and go lah.
No.
So in Singapore it's tap and go.
The Japanese
In
call it
Malaysia-
wafu lah.
The Japanese call it wafu, right? Malaysia they call it F&F, Fast and Furious.
Alright, so when I say prepare, basically you just have to be on this screen to remove the animation.
Okay.
So once we have to actually drive past the gym, instantly try to spam like above the walk closer to interact in the gym, that line, to actually throw your pass as quickly as possible.
Okay.
So there's another thing called a secondary radius, whereby you can go 80 meters away from the gym to still be able to get into the battle. So once you're in the lobby, you can actually move away 80 meters and you'll still be able to get into the battle. So once you're in the battle, we'll drive off. Okay? So when we actually go into the lobby, we will all say the timer out. So we will say like 119 or 105. That's to tell each other how much time is left. In case there are already other people who are there and there's like 40 seconds left, we will say 40 seconds or 20 seconds, then we all have to rush in. Let's go. So prepare. Okay. You see there's an uncle here already. He had gone in, right? Then the timer would have been shorter. And then see there are people here. So we don't want to stop here, we will drive to another side. Right now we are in the secondary radius.
Okay.
Yeah, we can even walk to probably like around the end of the other fence. That's probably the max, roughly 80 meters from the gym. From the center of the gym.
How did you know that it was 80 meters?
Because we tested with a few accounts. We tested at East Coast Park.
Ooh, yo.
Yep.
Now, before we go any further, there are some very specific traffic laws that make this style of play possible in Singapore.
In order for it to be considered as handphone driving, the driver must be holding the device. That's one. The second thing is the device must be in use, whether is it using for phone call, for texting, or whatever functions. And the third is the vehicle must be in motion, means it's moving. So assume we are at a red light, we can actually hold the device and actually use the device, use whatever apps or function. That's fine. You can actually have the device being docked or mounted there, and you can still touch the screen. So that's what I understand from the law here in Singapore.
So you have to hit all three for it to be considered
Correct.
a violation.
It's not one or two or I don't know either, but basically you have to fulfill all three to be considered as handphone driving.
So this is how it goes. As soon as one battle starts, we're on our way to the next. There's no time wasted. If you faint out, you wait for the raid to end. We're too far from the gym for you to rejoin the battle. He turns up his game volume using audio cues to throw perfect, no-look, excellent curveballs. If you get to the next raid before you're done catching, you run. Every extra second spent on your encounter could take away someone else's opportunity to find 100%. Brandon has an impeccable mental map of the city's gyms. He knows exactly where he can stop to join the lobby, where to park and wait in the secondary radius, which gyms to avoid during traffic.
Whatever the GPS says, that's all using main road. I'm using shortcut, went through the car park, I saved 2 minutes. Shave 2 minutes, like what you like.
Are there a lot of gyms where you're actually you actually get out, or most of them are just drive by?
Most of them drive by.
Yeah. But specific ones?
Specific ones.
Where you know
because
there's
I know, I mean, because the next one it hatches in like 20 minutes. So I know we have a bit of time to grab something also. This one I will walk, I mean, it's not that far.
Yeah.
It's just like here. But if it's a 5 minutes walk, forget it.
Well, Brandon is absolutely the mastermind behind it all. He isn't alone in his pursuit of XP. He has a crew. He calls them his team, but I think family is just as appropriate. The roster might differ each day, but one thing remains consistent. They're all just as passionate as he is.
Lifetime XP right now in my account, is it?
Yeah.
118 now.
108, I should be 109 by after today's rates.
114 million.
114 million. And how long ago did you meet Brandon?
Oh, February or March, right? February.
February.
Sorry, February.
I met him about 2 months after the game started. We went walking at Marine Crescent because we heard that the spawns there were good. And then I saw him walking with a bunch of people. Obviously his reputation preceded him. And everyone saying, that's Brandon Tan. I'm like, who? And there was this whole bunch of people just walking around, very quietly walking around looking at the fountain. And then there he was in the middle, and yeah, that's where I met him.
I first came to Singapore to play Pokemon GO. I'm from Malaysia, so that's a country away. And I came down early this year. It was in fact during New Year's when I first met him. I met him hunting, hunting a Lapras, and then got to know that that's the Brandon, the Brandon from Singapore. And at the time, I remember I was about 10 million XP, and he was about 40 million XP at that time. And I knew that was the Brandon Tan, the level 40 guy.
Were you really grinding a lot before that?
Only during events, but after meeting Brandon, yeah, definitely stepped up my game a lot.
Okay.
learn about how he has been grinding and how he's doing, clocking the results that he is doing, and I just took it off from there.
Did you guys start playing together a lot then, or?
I was actually with a girlfriend, and we were casuals because we would go there, we'll play for a while, and then we'll stop, have a burger, and then smoke and chat, you know, and we'll still do the round, we'll still walk and stuff, but not as hardcore as now.
Were you grinding a lot before you met him?
No.
No. You were just kind of.
Yes, just gone crazy after I met him.
Yeah. So he's definitely like changed your
Yes,
playing style.
He definitely changed.
And do you enjoy this more?
Yes, actually.
Is it just the numbers, or is there more than that?
The company that I'm with now, I'm a senior citizen. Getting with the youngsters makes me feel that I'm still young.
I have no regrets. Now it's seriously hardcore. And what was the catalyst was the fact that when I met him, I then had I had a bunch of people who were just crazy about the game, who were so passionate about the game, and it's easy to get infected by that, their enthusiasm for the game. And it's easy to get influenced by someone from a group of people like that who are just so passionate. They spend almost 24/7 except for their sleeping hours, right?
It's not just Brandon's team. The entire Singaporean Pokemon GO community is dedicated, almost fanatical. There were more active players at some of these raids than there are spoofers at the raids in Santa Monica. And not only are they active, they're intense. Singaporeans take gym control seriously. They'll battle against each other's golden raspberries for an hour straight, grinding down an opponent's patience until one side finally gives up. It's a small, densely populated country. There aren't enough gyms for everyone. In Singapore, IVs matter. A few extra HP on your Blissey could mean the difference between getting that golden raspberry off in time and losing your gym. Trackers are near ubiquitous here. The entire country is covered by a scanner that alerts hardcore players of perfect IV spawns, and the thrill of racing to beat the despawn timer is like a shot of adrenaline straight to the heart.
Huh? Where?
Australian Gardens.
Let's go. 20 to get there, 15 to weather change. You on, I on. You on, I on.
I on. I'm very on.
Live. It's before the roundabout. It's before the roundabout. It's here. No!
See it? Oh my gosh, yes,
Yes, that's the one.
That's the one. Okay.
Minute 30.
Man.
Minute 30.
What's up with the
What if
traffic,
you go
man?
to the- Go.
Cannot already. No way,
It's
no
gone.
way, it's gone. No way. Niantic should have just stopped maps and scanners altogether. I mean, come on. I mean, think about this. I actually did go hunting for Snorlaxes after I hit level 40. And on the first night when I went hunting for 8 hours, I did not use map at all.
Cool.
Guess how many Snorlaxes I caught? Because
Right.
0
None.
Snorlaxes after 8 hours of searching.
Yeah.
So, looking at other people who were using scanners and maps, who had an advantage and could do like 15 per night, 8 hours, I was like, oh my god, this doesn't make sense. You know, had they actually, totally killed the maps and killed the scanners, I'm very sure I would have powered up like 82 or 80% Snorlaxes, which
Yeah.
I've hatched.
Yeah.
Or in fact, my 98% Snorlax, which I hatched, I would have powered up those
Right.
instead of like going for hundreds.
I mean, I think when you want to like play the game at the highest level, you use all the tools that are available to you.
Correct.
And as long as they're there, people are going to use them. So
Yep. Correct. I mean, if it's available to you already, you just use it.
yeah.
But I really do wish that all of this did not exist. If it did not exist, I think it would have been more fun. We will lose a lot of players, but at the same time, we may have a stronger community.
Yeah.
Because with maps, people would actually just rely on the maps. I don't even need to talk to you, ask you where's the mon,
Right.
you know. Or should I say somebody actually shared like 100% Snorlax, say at Bedok. Then you will ask your friend, which part of Bedok, Bedok North, Bedok South, Bedok Avenue, what? And you guys will be asking, how much time left, when do you see the Snorlax, I do not know how much time left, just go there as fast as you can. Oh no, it's left with like half an hour, you can take your time, slowly go there because it's a 1 hour spawn.
Yeah.
But if you do not know how much time is is left with, you just go there, you know, and rush like mad. It makes the game more exciting because you do not know how much time is left.
Yeah.
We will work even closely knitted if there are no scanners.
Despite his objections about scanners, as a hardcore player in Singapore, there's serious pressure to use them. When the players around you are using every advantage to get a competitive edge, you've got to keep up. Now, you might expect a player of his intensity to rule over his team with an iron fist, but it's actually quite the opposite.
I will not force someone who doesn't like to grind. I will not force someone who doesn't like to raid. You know, if you want to hunt, go and hunt. If you want to grind, go and grind. If you want to raid, go and raid. If you want to stop for the day, to rest for the day, go ahead. Pokemon Go is a game for you to enjoy, not for you to be stressed about. If you feel stressed about playing a game, something is clearly wrong. You know?
Even during his intense raiding schedule, he keeps things light, laughing and joking with his team throughout the day.
Alright, great. We're going for a Mewtwo raid now, which is held at East Coast Park. And we have a friend, level 40 Veiler, with 100 million XP, who's also going for the raid. But everyone knows that I have an X-raid here, on this account, my Mystic account. But she doesn't know that I have the pass. So we're gonna go there and I'm gonna use my free pass to raid with her. Good luck!
Hi, Kevin!
How are you? All the best,
Here we go.
You created?
No, you create.
Oh!
And you're gonna be mine.
Yay!
It doesn't work leh. The glitch doesn't work.
I tried it crashed leh.
That's why I tell you the glitch doesn't work.
Timer?
What? He got this?
46.
Oh my gosh, what's happening? Oh my gosh, is that?
What's that?
What's that? What's that? Who's that?
Bastard, you didn't tell me.
What thing?
Let me kill him now.
Whoa, what thing?
Oh my god, come on, you didn't tell me. Oh my god.
Hey!
You didn't tell me, you little.
Hey, why is my account inside?
Oh no!
Where's my account inside?
You didn't say a
No,
word.
wait, where's my account inside?
Shit, the glitch, is it? The glitch, is it? No wonder we cannot kill that.
No, hey. I don't know. What happened?
I kill you later.
Huh? Before you kill me, you kill the Mewtwo first.
How many people?
What? I never even touched my device. How to play?
I'm in good hands.
You think I weak ah? You think I weak ah? Happy New Year
All
ah?
the best, guys.
Farewell, X-Straight with you ah? Sure or not? Huh?
How many?
Now
Oh,
comes
mine's
the
2222.
2275.
Who can help me to catch?
2257. Click already lah. Click or you. Relax. No stress. I also here catching with you. Come. No stress. See, it's so easy. It's only a Mewtwo. Yeah, see, anyhow throw.
Not bad. Come on.
Pressure much, you guys?
Yeah.
What's number?
God, it's in my Pokédex!
You didn't lucky.
No lucky also.
Now I can kill you.
But wait,
On this account, my Mystic account.
managing multiple accounts is common practice in Singapore, and in the age of legendary raids, it's becoming much more accepted worldwide. After all, who's gonna say no to a little extra firepower when facing a coveted raid boss? Well, things didn't exactly start that way.
So why all the accounts?
Huh? Sorry?
Why all the accounts? Like, why make extra accounts?
At first, when I started creating my second account, it was a Mystic account. I figured that maybe Niantic is going to just release the Articuno to Team Mystic, Zapdos to Team Instinct, and Moltres to Team Veiler. So that's why I decided to create 3 accounts, and I wanted to get all 3 to level 30. Of course, my main will be level 40, and reason for that is because I thought that you have to reach like a certain level 30, to be able to fight one legendary of your team. Too bad that's not the case.
But in a community obsessed with maximizing efficiency, Brandon and the rest of the world soon realized alternate accounts could serve another purpose.
Rather go in one car, have like 10 accounts, each person plays like 2 to 3 accounts, then have 2 cars. It's more efficient that way. Like Right now, you see, we're waiting for the other car, or they wait for us, vice versa. We are Asian after all, and efficiency.
Efficiency, competitiveness, big part of it, yeah.
Gyasu. It's a term I heard a lot in my conversations with the community here in Singapore. Literally translated, it means afraid to lose.
In Singapore, we are really competitive by nature. I think we've been kind of inculcated from our ancestors to work hard, and because we are such a small country, we have very limited resources, we have to work hard and strive hard and be the best, otherwise we won't survive. And I think it comes from that, the need to survive. It's not just wanting to survive, but I mean the need to survive and need to be competitive that makes us that way.
Pokemon GO in Singapore in general, looking at Malaysia as well. I mean, in most of the countries, look at Japan, look at the east, look at the eastern part of the world. I guess players can get competitive. Players can really go crazy playing this game. I mean, over here in Asia, we can get quite competitive when it comes to gaming, and now mobile gaming, and then looking at Pokemon GO in general, where you have tons of Pokemon fans, especially in Asia itself. So naturally, we try to up our game to the extent that we can.
Do you think there's anything sort of culturally about Singaporeans that contributes to that?
Okay, this is a very interesting question because I think culturally there is a certain part that is culturally correlated, I guess, because Asians are typically more competitive, I would think, right? And when it comes to gaming, I mean, we're right there. But I think this transcends that part. This is where the Brendan Tan 91 factor comes in, because he's not just hardcore or serious. And this guy is totally dedicated to his craft, and he's really good at it. Yes, you're right, he calculates it down to, he'll give you all these numbers. He is such a number cruncher. He'll calculate it down to like, how much XP you can get, if you're grinding where, and he bothers. What really gets to me is the fact that he bothers to go around sussing out wrecking new grinding routes, where we can maximize our XP during what event. If you speak to him, you will realize that, I mean, it's true. And we've gone there and we've seen it for ourselves. So part of it is cultural, the other part is just Brendan Han 91.
So it's XP is the most important for you?
No, XP is not the most important.
No?
Yeah. At the start probably yes, but now trying to have people to stick to the game and play the game and be excited about the game, that's still more important. Before a lot of my teammates hit level 40, actually one of my goals was to get 20 people in Singapore to hit level 40. Be it, motivating them or helping them, having them in my car-to-car grind, or doing whatever means to help them, other than, of course, buying Pokecoins for them. So that's what I did. I mean, when I first got 12 failures in Singapore to hit level 40 and follow on with the other team colors to hit level 40, and it hit 20 of them to hit level 40, I was really, really pleased about it. And of course, they were happy about it too. Some of them stopped playing the game. Some of them are still playing the game. But I was happy I did what I set for myself and set for the community, for that matter.
But there's one thing, both of you are very similar. You guys share.
Oh yeah.
You share.
We try our best to build our own communities in our own ways.
And especially the old and the young.
That's for sure. We share knowledge with people who love the game and love to play the same way as we do. That's how you keep the game alive. If imagine you're in a community where there's like 50 players, and all 50 players, even after raids and after so on and so forth, they still don't know each other, they just mind their own business, the game's gonna crash. I mean, the game is just... They could have had a better experience playing the game.
He'd like nothing more than to go out there and spend time with the community. Now, we can't do that during the tap and go times, or double XP, because then he becomes a different Brendan Tan, where he's totally focused on getting the XP. But during the times when we can, and you will always see he has a soft spot the kids. And I have so many memories of him teaching little kids or giving them his iPad and saying, here, this is how you throw it. Would you like to try it and all? So that is maybe paying it forward, but...
So this is the last easily overlooked piece to the Brandon Tan puzzle. Besides the organization, the mental maps, the calculations, the hours spent optimizing every grinding route in Singapore, there is his desire to share that experience with other people. He's a leader, the leader, of the Singaporean Pokemon Go community. He's probably too humble to agree with me, but Brandon Tan is the reason the game is so strong here. His drive is inspiring, his passion is absolutely contagious.
You know, I don't grind in the game really, but you know, neither did you before meeting Brandon, so you might have just changed my life, dude.
I think he changes lots of people's life.
At the end of the day, we managed 46 Groudon raids. In total, I gained over 1 million XP that day. But even more valuable than the in-game XP was the real-world experience. I truly felt like a member of Brandon Tan's team during my stay in Singapore. These are the moments I'll carry with me forever. This community, this family, is the greatest example of what Pokemon Go can bring to the world.
I think it should be this. Yep.
Oh.
I did this with Nick. 1000 champion with Nick.
Yes.
Yeah, man, we did it. Take a screenshot.
And how many legendary? 4,000 something?
Yeah, that's damn stupid.